With 2017 around the corner, it's time for the government to project for the next fiscal year. This informs the gathering of the nation's policymakers here at the National Assembly for the presentation of the 2017 budget by President Muhammadu Buhari. Opening the floor for the day's business, the Senate President Bukola Saraki makes the task before the senators known.
The National Assembly on its part listed and prioritized 11 economic reform bills for passage. We intend to get these bills ready alongside the 2017 appropriation bill. We believe that these core elements of this bill will aid the executive in mobilizing the required private capital into the general economy.
Hence, the much expected moment is here. President Buhari reviews the performance of the 2016 budget, explaining how the drop in oil prices and the persistent attacks on oil facilities prevented its successful implementation.
As at 30th September 2016, aggregate revenue inflow was 2.17 trillion naira, or 25% less than prorated projections. Similarly, 3.58 trillion naira had been spent by the same date on both recurrent and capital expenditure.
The president then proceeds to the focus of the 2017 appropriation bill, estimated at 7.298 trillion naira.
The proposed aggregate expenditure of 7.298 trillion naira will comprise A, statutory transfers of 419.02 billion naira, B, debt service of 1.66 trillion naira, C, sinking fund of 177.46 billion to retire certain maturity bonds, D, non-debt recurrent expenditure of 2.98 trillion naira, and E, capital expenditure of 2.24 trillion naira, including statutory transfers.
The 2017 budget represents a 20.4% increase over last year's budget. With the economic recession as the main challenge of the federal government, Nigerians can only hope that the proposed budget is passed in time to address the pressing economic issues in the new year. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.